Alright, this is going to be a lesson in gold fuming and silver fuming and how to make a skull pendant. That's a graphite mold that I carved out of a graphite rod. Now I'm tightening up the flame a little bit. That is a very oxygenated flame with very low pressure. Gets the gold going real fast. It's a real hot flame, but not a lot of pressure. As you can see, it didn't take much. Once you get the gold hot, it fumes fairly quickly. I'm changing the flame up to a more reducing flame. That's more propane. Again, very low pressure. It's a very fluffy flame. I'm going to get off the excess silver that burns off in the beginning so I don't get any chunks of silver. I want a nice, real light fume on the piece. A nice, light, even fume. I'm doing a gather on 22 millimeter rod. Get a nice gather. Keep the skull just warm a bit, not to deform the piece, but just warm. And I'll just push it right on in, encasing the skull entirely. And we'll tighten the flame up for a sharper flame so I can cut the punny off. That's a short punny, by the way. Wouldn't recommend going so short. A little hot on the hand. And notice I twist them off with a slight angle to both. Now I'm just going to cook two pieces together and flatten one side. Sorry about the big head. I'm just slightly flattening one side so as not to deform the piece. And let cool slightly so that you get a nice cold seal when you put your punny on. Again, twisting it off at two slight angles. Now we'll just even it out, get a nice dome lens on the front of the pendant. Well, you can't see that, but you might be able to see. You can see that a little bit. You see that skull. Now I've punnied up on the bottom side of the chin of the skull. And just straighten it out a little bit. Polish off the little spot I took the punny off. I'm using that same punny. I believe it's a 6mm. Might be an 8mm. Rod, and I'm using that for the loop. And I'm heating both sides so that the glass comes together real clean, gathering it together a little bit, and pull out so slightly so you get a nice little even taper. And then heat up the amount that you would like to take off, continuing the taper to the length of the loop. Now see, I'm pulling it out a little bit, keeping it nice and straight. That way I get a nice straight loop. Now I'm going to heat the loop from the base of the pendant down to the tip. Final bit of heat will be in the tip. And just grab it, and it moves real easy. Pull it up into center. And pull off that little bit of excess. Now I'm just heating into the base of the pendant, not to get the top of the loop hot, so that I can grab it with the tweezers and straighten it if I have to. Now I'm heating the top of the loop after the base has cooled down a little bit. That's to shrink it down into place. And then grabbing a little tungsten tool, we'll ream out the loop to size, and voila. Alright, matey. Love the skull pendants. If you'd like one of these skull pendants for yourself, you can email me at beadman777@yahoo.com. Pretty soon I'll have a website up, PayPal, for some of the items that I do. I'm also putting a video together, maybe a 1 hour, 2 hour video of a bunch of stuff, from dildos to rings to you name it, and look forward to putting that out. I'll be cutting a DVD and also be pay-per-viewing that from MaxCast. If you'd like MaxCast Player for yourself to pay-per-view your own tutorials, you can go to my website, Big Window Video, and sign up and get one. Alright, thanks guys.